Hello everybody and welcome. Autumn is coming, it's already here and it's time for mushroom. So today I thought about doing a mushroom risotto. We have some rice, this is originario but you can use cannaroli, some garlic finely chopped, an onion chopped, some mushrooms, some thyme, this is optional, a chili, a stock cube, and some parsley chopped, a knob of butter, and some Parmesan cheese. I'm using frozen mushrooms today. This is a blend of various types of mushrooms. Of course, you can use raw mushroom, fresh mushrooms, I mean, and in the same quantity, it's ½ kilogram of mushrooms. And same thing for the stock cube. This is a mushroom stock cube. We have those in Italy, but if you don't have one, you can certainly use vegetable stock or chicken stock. Let's get a pot and let's put some olive oil in it. For this recipe, of course, you need some olive oil and some salt and some pepper. Let's start by putting our onion into the pan. It needs to stay there till it's quite browned, okay? At medium-high heat, it just took from 3 to 4 minutes to brown the onions. To this, we're gonna add some garlic and stir for a few seconds, 30, 40 seconds. And now let's add the mushrooms. Now, the mushrooms may seem like they're a lot, but actually aren't. They will drop down in size. I mean, they will reduce a lot because they hold a lot of juice and a lot of water. And now it's a very good time to spread the first pinch of salt and some pepper. No, wait, yes, now the pepper as well. While the mushrooms are cooking, we are going to make some stock. In this case, it's mushroom stock because we have a mushroom stock cube. It's about 1 liter of stock for, let's say, 300-400 grams of rice and ½ kilogram of mushrooms. The mushrooms are almost cooked through and the chicken stock, well, the mushroom stock in this case, is doing its job. While our mushrooms are cooking, we'll put in, they're almost cooked through, so now we're going to put in a chili and some thyme. Chili is completely optional. It gives a nice kick to the dish, to the final product, but if you don't like it, you can totally avoid it. And it's gonna make the risotto a bit more spicy and maybe a bit more hot. So it depends on what you're using. I'm using a regular Italian chili. They are quite small and they are a bit hot, but not too much. Now, the mushrooms, as you can see, are almost cooked through. There is no liquid in the pan. And now it's time to add our rice. Finally, the rice goes in. The exact quantity that my grandmother told me to use to make risotto is 3 tablespoons of rice per person, plus 1 for the pot. That's what she said. And I still stick to that indications, and I think they're quite right. When you put the rice into the pot, let it sit with the mushrooms for quite a little bit, so that it soaks up all the flavor from the mushrooms. The rice has been there with the mushrooms for a minute and a half, maybe two, and to that we're going to add our chicken stock, mushroom stock, and stir. Risotto needs some TLC, some tender loving care, and it needs to be stirred very often, otherwise it sticks to the pan. This is basically the go-to recipe for risotto. I mean, you can do it with mushrooms, you can do it with aubergines, you can do it with whatever you want. This is basically what you do when you have a vegetable risotto recipe. You put onions with oil, then you add your veggies, thickly cut or thinly cut, that depends on your taste. And then you add the rice and then some chicken stock. This is the normal procedure that you should follow when doing this recipe. And much of it depends on your taste. The good thing about risotto, a good risotto should be all'onda. That means wavy, okay? So not very firm. It mustn't look like a polenta. It must look like a very loose polenta. That's what you probably can compare it to. It's important that you stir it once in a while. The more you stir it, the better it gets, because the starch is released from the rice. Once in a while, remember to add, when it gets too thick, remember to add some mushroom stock. You can also add water if you don't have any stock at hand. The risotto is going, it's soaking up all the stock, and we're waiting for it to complete the cooking time. For this particular rice, it's 15 minutes. Our risotto has been going for 15 minutes since we first put it in the pan, in the pot. And now it's thoroughly cooked. It still needs a pinch of salt. Let's be generous. Now, when it's done, turn off the heat, remove it, and to this we're gonna add a knob of butter, which is here, and we stir it in till it's completely melted. And after the butter, the Parmesan Reggiano goes in. There is no exact quantity for Parmigiano Reggiano. It depends on your taste. I tend to put quite a lot because I like it, but it's not really an issue here. I mean, you can put the amount you desire. I think that's enough for this one. And keep stirring. To this one, we're gonna add some chopped parsley and mix that one too. The risotto is finally ready, and I usually serve it on a normal dish like this, and this is what the wave means. To this we add some more parsley, and the mushroom risotto is ready.